question, do we like Belgium? Do we enjoy working in Belgium? Well, I think the question on the future of there is no question surrounding our future work remaining in Belgium. We continue to keep abreast of the developments of the coronavirus numbers in Belgium and in all member states, for that matter, and our decisions are closely linked to decisions taken by the Belgian authorities when it comes to returning to work. There's a clear and necessary interdependence between our decisions and decisions taken by our host countries. And Brussels is where we have our main headquarters. Now, on the second question, that's not really a question for Balázs, it's a question on quarantine measures imposed by various EU member states and coordination of those measures. So I'd like to invite Viviane on stage to elaborate on that. Thank you, Balázs.
Bonjour. Merci beaucoup.
Good afternoon, and thank you very much for your question. Indeed, the quarantine measures that member states decide on are within their national competences. Member states may decide on these measures on the basis of their situations and their state of knowledge. From a European point of view, what we have is the risk assessment. Évaluation de risque, in French, risk assessment, provided by our agency in Stockholm, the European Centre for Disease Control and Prevention. And their latest assessment, which was published on the 10th of August, looks at the situation in member states and the increase of numbers in some countries. Their assessment specifically looks at how to limit this increase in numbers by testing as much as possible and continued communication on risks and calling on citizens to respect the measures which are in place in our daily lives. Thank you, Viviane. I would now like to ask colleagues who are interested in putting a question to Viviane on coronavirus measures to raise their hands. Normally it would be Stefan taking questions, but Viviane's in charge of that this week. Lorne, is your question on coronavirus? And can be taken by Viviane now. If that's the case, please go ahead.
Lorne Cook from the Associated Press. Hope it may have fallen in between Balázs and yourself, actually, but it's still the same theme, and just a bit larger. It concerns the members of the college. As we know, and as we've just heard, different member states have different quarantine rules and so on. We know Germany, for example, has quarantine plus others. There are countries, I don't know, there is a travel ban for Malta or for Romania, for example. What I'm interested in is the members of the college, as they come back, will they be quarantining, or is there some kind of diplomatic immunity for the president herself, for example?
Well, the members of the college who are spending time outside Brussels in their member states of origin, for instance, will, of course, be subject to the rules that any government introduces with respect to the procedures to be followed following a stay in a certain region. And surely they're getting the information that is necessary for their return to the office, and they will take the precautions for that to take place in a very smooth way. I wonder if Balázs has anything to add to this. It doesn't seem to be the case.